Hey people, it's Nias talking. I wanted to do another Black Inventors video, so this is from Face to Face Africa. So here it goes. Charles Baker, the little known inventor of the first friction radiator. There are so many little known black inventors, and Charles S.L. Baker is one of them. He was born in Savannah, Missouri on August 3rd, 1859, and was raised by his father with the help of a plantation owner's wife after his mother died prior to his first birthday. Baker did not have any formal education in engineering. He was a self-taught mechanical engineer. The end of the Civil War marked the end of Baker's enslavement, and at age 15, Baker began his career as an assistant to his dad, who was an express agent. It was through his work experience that Baker realized his love for mechanical science is due to exposure to wagons and linchpins. His curiosity of how heat is produced through friction led him to probe further into fiction. Some say he was fascinated by fiction because the process one could generate heat without necessarily tapping into a heat source. The alternative way of generating heat sparked the urge to create a device that could use the heat generated from fiction. So on January 13th, 1903, Baker invented and patented a radiator that heated up with friction. This was no mean feat because it took about 23 years for him to experiment with different types of metals and friction forms before he could come up with his friction heater. Friction heat radiator was a green energy option that, if they were still in production today, would not cause harm to the environment. Basically, he invented an alternate means of producing heat without combustion. During his patented application, Baker stated the friction heat could be produced without any mode of power, like wind, water, and gasoline. His device, according to him, was said to be the cheapest source of heat production at that time, which made him win accolades such as the King of Clean Energy and St. Joseph Negro Inventor. Mr. Baker claims that the particular mode of power used in creating the friction is not essential. It may be water, wind, gasoline, or any other source of energy. The most difficult part of the inventor's assertions to prove is that his system will light or heat a house at about half the cost of methods now in use. The Draftsman 1908. After years of trials, his device was near perfect at the time it was invented. Baker's device was made up of two metal cylinders with one inserted in the other. A wooden spring core was put into the center to produce the friction. Any notable newsreels hailed his invention. On March 27, 1904, the New York Times edition identified Baker's invention as clever Negro invention. Other newspapers such as Daily Gazette and News Press also published his story in 1904, indicating that his invention would revolutionize the then heating systems. Baker then created a factory called the Friction Heater and Boiler Company in 1904 in St. Joseph, with him as the head of board of directors. His company employed 50 skilled and unskilled labor to produce more radiators and about $136,000 in capital stocks. At the time, Baker's capital stock was a lot of money, which made him an affluent and honorable man in his hometown. His loyalty to his employers made his business thrive, albeit racial prejudice, which sometimes posed a threat to his finances. His business flourished. Baker was the youngest of 5 children, got married in 1880 at age 21 to Carrie Carringer, and they had a daughter, Lulu Bell Baker. On May 5th, 1926, he died in his daughter's home in St. Joseph. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. I'll leave this in the description and some more if I can find some. Peace.